Here we see a quick-fit deluxe sling being used for a chair-to-bed transfer. Begin by placing the sling around the patient's back. Take the base seam of the sling to the bottom of the chair and leave the main fabric of the sling behind the patient. Then sit the patient back. Come round to the front and feed the sling down the side of the chair, sliding the leg support underneath the patient. Kneel to the opposite side to save stretching across and repeat the process for the other leg. Loop one strap through the other in order to keep the legs together and retain the dignity of the patient. Then put the outside leg strap through the inner one to form a separate lifting pouch for each leg. The important strength of this sling is that the pull onto the legs is on the outside aspect of the thigh and not the inside, which also makes this an ideal sling for amputees following a risk assessment. Once the leg pieces are fitted, move to the back and feed the sling up until it is around the patient's shoulders. The sling is now fitted without too much movement of the patient. Separate the legs of the lift so that it will go around the width of the chair, then bring it in across the corner angle of the patient so that their eye contact is in a straight line. This also prevents the patient's legs from coming into contact with the lift mast and actuator. The straps are then placed onto the hooks of the cradle. For a good sitting position, the shortest loops are used at the shoulders and longer ones at the legs. Isolate each hook by pressing down the safety catch, then simply connect each loop. Reassure the patient while beginning the lift and control any movements as you gently lift them above the chair. There is no need to apply the brakes for this transfer, as the lift needs to move to find its own centre of gravity with the weight and height of the person being lifted. When ready, walk backwards, holding the lift at a comfortable height and keeping square to the load. Use the push pad to initiate forward movement. Once in position above the bed, gently lower the patient with the second carer looking after their head if necessary. Before doing anything else, unhook the sling and move the lift right out of the way. Remove the leg pieces, turning them back away from the patient. This prevents any friction with the patient's skin. Finally, roll the patient to remove the sling.